Hello, sinners. It's me, Belle, and I've taken over Annamarie Forcino's channel.
Do you have a quote for the letterboard of truth? I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay,
10, 9,
Jerry
4.
Springer, he could spring me out of the seat. Gosh darn. That's a long one.
I love it. We might need to buy a second or third letterboard of truth for that.
Maybe a fourth one. I don't think that'll fit. What are we doing today?
Good question. Jerry Springer. Ever heard of him?
He's a guy.
Certainly is.
He certainly is a guy. Yep.
He does stuff.
For people who don't know, what is his past? What has he done?
Well, he hosted the Jerry Springer Show, which is just high quality TV.
Definitely high quality. He was in Sharknado 3. That's a nice one to put on your resume. He was in Austin Powers.
Really?
Now this I didn't know.
Wow.
I don't know who he played, but now I need to rewatch that movie.
The Sharknado stands and Austin Powers stands are gonna go crazy in the comments.
They really will. Hope they're not offended by our critiques today.
Besides his notoriety in several films and even a self-titled show, we're gonna be watching his dating show called Baggage. Now, have you ever heard of Baggage?
Yes, from my knowledge, Baggage is a show where one heterosexual person gets up there. Am I wrong? They have to pick a partner based off of their baggage and their looks, of course. And so each step of the way, I think, one of the contenders, one of the bachelors, if you will open one of their suitcases and it will reveal a baggage. They'll all do that and they'll go through like 3 rounds of this until the contestant narrows it down to whose baggage they can tolerate the most. And then that person has to reveal their baggage.
So it could be something small like, I've gotten into 3 car
Oh, yeah, that too.
What did you say?
I eat dog food.
Would that be a make or break for you?
It depends how often. It depends how hot they are. There's like a hotness to dog food tolerating scale, and I really have to reevaluate what that scale looks like for me.
For example, if Zendaya ate dog food, that's fine.
Yeah, and like maybe not that often. That would be something I'd be willing to tolerate.
Just like floss and use toothpaste and
brush your teeth, it's fine.
Yeah.
You can even get like the organic dog food that maybe doesn't taste as bad, that almost is close to human food.
She would be about the only person I tolerate it from, and my current partner. I would learn to
love for who they are.
Not that she does. My girlfriend does not eat dog food.
This episode, like from this still, looks like it's from 2010.
I believe it is still going.
This is wild. Okay, so the series ended in 2012, I think.
Oh, so this must just be a repost.
Probably. It had to have been re-uploaded just for commentary YouTubers.
Shout out to the producers over at Baggage. Please don't copyright claim this video.
Yeah, please. This is fair use, and we love it. We love this show so much.
Yeah, our commentary is allowed by the law.
And I love the title, Hyper Selective Hottie has a tough time choosing her date.
I love that for her.
Me too. She deserves to be hyper selective.
She seems like a girl boss.
I'm expecting some weird comments from Jerry Springer. That's my expectation for this episode.
The men are gonna be weird today.
Maybe dog food will make an appearance. We'll see.
I hope so. Hey, yeah, I am in a different shirt. What? You don't care? Well, I'll tell you someone who does care, and that's the sponsor of today's video, Care Of. I mean, it's literally in the name. God, I have to get better at these transitions. Care Of is a subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders to your door every month. Their products are made from good-for-you, clean ingredients that are backed by the latest science and research, so you can feel good about what you're putting in your body. In addition, each personalized pack is made from a plant-based compostable film. Figuring out what vitamins you need can be intimidating and overwhelming. Thankfully, Care of has an easy quiz that takes all the guesswork out of building your routine. The quiz inquires about your diet, lifestyle, and health goals, recommending the right vitamins and supplements for you and your particular needs. After taking the quiz, Care of reached out and sent me a personalized assortment of vitamins and supplements, including vitamin C, fish oil, vitamin D, a protein powder, and what they call quick sticks. I received the probiotic quick sticks for gut health and immunity. I've also been loving their whey protein powder. Not only is it a 10 out of 10 snack for when I'm hard at work, but it's also a great way for me to make sure I'm consuming enough protein throughout the day. And the best part of all, Care of evolves with you. It's natural for your routine to change over time, so you can always retake the quiz and make sure you're getting the vitamins and supplements you need. So if you'd like to take Care of's quiz and see what vitamins and supplements they recommend for you, make sure to click the link down below and use my code Annamarie50 at checkout for 50% off your first order with Care of. Thank you very much to Care of for supporting my channel. Now let's get back to your scheduled programming. What if her baggage is like, she's committed vehicular manslaughter and got away with it?
They wouldn't even know until the end, and that's the worst part.
It's like, do you remember that one serial killer who was on a dating show back in like the 90s?
No. What?
Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, look him up.
This is scary.
No, the scariest part is that he won, but the girl wound up rejecting the date with him because I think she got the creeps or something, and then he got arrested like later.
Oh, well, her instincts were correct. If it doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
Always go with your gut.
This is Anna. She's got a secret and it's hidden
It's
inside
Anna.
this.
I mean, I was like 10 when the show ended, so that could possibly not be me, but...
Maybe it's like a reincarnated version of you.
And she chose to do this show?
Listen, she's a different type of Anna.
I'm not even entertaining the idea that this could be a different Anna. I'm the only person in the world with the name Anna.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Red bag. Was she featured on the TV show Hoarders? Does she make men take a 40-question boyfriend test on the first date?
As she should.
Yeah, she should.
Or was she busted for being a drug mule? We'll open up this bag and a whole lot more coming up on
So it's one of those? So actual crimes.
Yeah.
Good.
What if she's like in the mafia?
At this point, like out of those options that Mr. Springer has presented to us, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I would love that for her.
Yeah, you know what? Get your bag, girl. I'm here for it.
Right now, let's meet our dater. She's a travel writer from Tulsa. Please welcome Anna.
Go bestie.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
There.
Very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Did you see him look her up and down?
I did not. Can we get an instant replay?
We need
on
an
that?
instant replay. This man is so f***ing creepy. Look
there.
at him. Okay.
Very nice
He looks
to meet
down,
you.
up.
Good to meet you.
So,
She's definitely got him springing.
Oh,
He's definitely a springer for her.
they don't call him Jerry Springer for nothing.
Is this just gonna be Jerry awkwardly flirting with women 30 years his junior?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. On live television. Not even just like in private when he thinks no one is watching. Like everyone saw his eyes go down and up.
And this lady has to be nice because she's on national television.
Yeah.
I love to eat and cook organic, ethnic cuisines, give strong Thai massages, and and belly dance all
be-
night long.
you belly dance?
I do. You want to do a little dance?
I would rather observe your
you
belly dancing.
watch. Okay.
Yeah, my.
So that's comment number 2.
Jerry, put it back in your pants, please. Is he married?
Yes, he's been married since, oh, wait, no. They broke up in 1994.
Oh.
Yeah, so he is confirmed single. Maybe this show isn't the best place to try your luck, Jerry, but it's all right.
Wow.
That's definitely dancing.
She is moving something.
I hardly noticed the belly. No. Now, so what kind of guy you looking?
Jerry. Bestie.
Can we remind you that we're on television?
I'm looking for a James Bond cowboy.
A James Bond cowboy.
A
Okay.
man that is debonair and suave, yet he knows how to get down and dirty.
I don't know what debonair means, to be honest. I was not good at English class.
So according to Google, it's a man who's confident, stylish, and charming.
Oh, okay, well, I would also want a debonair then.
Well, I tell you, I just met the 3 guys backstage. You ready to meet them?
Yeah, I wanna meet
Okay. He's a hairstylist from Las Vegas. Let's welcome Michael.
Hey,
Wow.
Anna. My name
He looks like he's straight out of Hot Shell Ray.
Oh my god, I know exactly who you're talking about. Did he borrow Shane Dawson's wig from 2012?
He looks like he's out of the Ready Set, Hot Shell Ray, and Shane Dawson's channel combined.
What do you like better, the thick black tie or the
It's so
lavender V-neck sweater?
That is the fattest tie I've ever seen. And you don't see the bulge of the tie under the sweater either. Like, it fades away. Like, is it just chonky before it enters the sweater and then it becomes flat again? Like, what's the science behind this outfit?
Maybe it's like one of those like fake ties
Oh, yeah.
that like cut off at a certain point. Maybe he just wanted to look fancy.
So true. Oh my god. Also, the hair. It reminds me of Anthony Padilla in 2010.
Smosh era.
I know, and I had a big crush on him when I was like 10.
I'm so sorry.
I liked the hair back then, I will say. Dude, like, Never Shout Never.
I'm in trouble. I'm an addict. I'm addicted to this girl. She got my heart tied in a knot. And my stomach in a whirl.
is Michael. I'm a very chivalrous guy. Chivalry is not dead. I can show you a great
He's a nice
time.
guy.
There you go. Up next, he's a landscaper from South Windsor, Connecticut. Give it up for Tommy.
What's up, Anna? I'm an all-state athlete, a great cook, so if you pick me, I'll wine and dine you.
Okay.
Controversial. Tommy seems boring.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of those two, I probably would pick Tommy as of right now.
Michael just has like some sort of like flair to him. I don't know what it is.
You know, that's true. He might be more fun to talk to.
Tommy, he just seems like some guy.
He is some guy. The cook, the wine and dine, that kind of got me.
You can't go wrong with a wine and dine.
He's a salesman from Roslyn, New
he's a
York.
salesman.
Help me welcome Jason.
I'm a smart and athletic.
He looks like Ross from Friends.
He does. Also, the obnoxiously blue t-shirt under the blazer.
It's very saturated.
That's a very bold choice.
It is. I kind of like it. We like guys who aren't afraid to get bold with their colors. I couldn't think of another adjective. Again, I was not good at English class.
Honestly, he does look like a salesman.
He does look like a salesman.
And I'm here to sell you my heart.
Wow.
Well, our three
cheese.
guys, as you saw, brought
Jason.
along 3 bags, and as the bags get bigger, so do the outrageous secrets locked inside. Now, this way, Anna can decide quickly who she wants to date. So, gentlemen, it is time to show us your smallest piece of baggage. Let's start with Michael.
What do you think Michael's smallest piece of baggage is?
I'm going with dog food. That's the only thing that's on my mind right now. Or like collecting socks or something. Or collecting pieces of his client's hair. Something weird.
That's what I was thinking, like a weird collection.
Dog food, dog. Damn it.
I wear
think
women's
that's fine.
jeans.
Okay, king-breaking gender stereotypes.
Yeah. Why the are pants gendered? Tell me that. Why are they gendered in the first place?
If they fit you well, that's all that matters.
You got legs? Cool. That's the gender of my pants.
I respect it.
I respect it too. This is not baggage. He's ahead of his time.
You know how they would call straight men who wash their asses metrosexuals back in the day?
Yes, I do remember that. What a strange term. Yeah, he would be considered that.
I would say so. And you're put together, which is important.
Yeah, what a strange term for its day.
Everyone should be put together in their own way. And you should wash your ass. That's important.
Yes, this is very true. I think that goes beyond metrosexualism. Oh, she's judging.
Well, we welcome gay men on our show. I'm just...
Oh my god.
That was so f***ed up. I'm sorry.
That's wild.
They really just let anything go by in the early 2000s.
They really did. You can't say or but you can say like that and like have girls in bikinis flopping their boobies around on like mansers and stuff.
Like, he's judging a man for wearing women's jeans, but he asked this girl, this young woman, to belly dance for him like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Let's not, Jerry. He's like that uncle at family gatherings that's like, pull my finger.
Oh my god, yes, and we'll make weird jokes and then be like, you can't say anything anymore.
I mean, I can see, Michael, that you have a very good fashion sense. I like your black and pink.
Okay.
I think that's a little too feminine for me, wearing women's jeans. Don't go into my closet.
Anna is losing favor with me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, me too. She has some internalized misogyny to take care of.
If I was a straight woman, I would be very happy if I had a man who was secure enough in his masculinity to wear something like that.
I agree. I completely agree. I'm like, you want to wear bright ass pink? Yeah, I like it.
As long as he's happy and comfortable and they fit well, that's all that should matter.
Exactly. Anna, calm down.
They do look great with red pumps, though. Yeah, what about that? That does seem...
Up, Jerry.
Jerry.
So I had to interrupt and say that.
Well, you know what, Anna? The women's jeans fit way better than the guys' jeans. Obviously, you can see my style, not lacking it. And if you're worried about being feminine, wait till you get me in the bedroom. No problem.
Wait, I don't get it. I don't get it. Is he saying that he's masculine in the bedroom?
Yeah, like, don't let his, like, feminine style fool her.
Oh, interesting. I wouldn't want her if I was him.
And if she's getting upset over something so small like that, like, think about in the long run. That's not going to be healthy.
Exactly, exactly.
Tommy,
All right, Tommy.
I count my girlfriend's calories.
I knew it! I knew I hated Tommy for a reason.
I take back what I said about Tommy. He's my least favorite choice now.
So he's gonna wine and dine you, but track everything on MyFitnessPal. That's great.
Yeah, that's weird. I think he has an issue. If someone is controlling your food and your calories and cooking for you, whining and dining, but also counting what you eat and controlling what you eat, they may likely also have something going on and are projecting controlling behavior onto you to try to cope with their issues.
I 100% agree.
That was my 2 cents there of a serious moment. Just know that it's not you.
So that's why I don't want to rip into him too hard, even though I will critique him.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep in mind that he probably has his own issues.
Yes. Just still yikes all around.
To me, I don't know about you, but this doesn't seem like a small bit of baggage.
No, this is quite large. I would say this is way bigger than wearing women's jeans.
Like, those are not on the same level.
No, not at all. Not even close, in my opinion.
Tommy. I mean, that's good that you have some awareness of the food going in, but that is way too controlling.
Yes.
And I enjoy life. Let's not count, let's live.
Amen. See, Anna does have some redeeming qualities to her.
She does. I just think maybe she has some, like, 2010 issues to work through.
Yeah, which, like, is not completely her fault. Like,
No.
I'm not like other girls thing and, like, internalized
So
misogyny
true.
was such a problem back then.
So true. I can't fully blame her, but we'll still critique a little bit. For some reason, the way she said that, too, kind of felt like she was reading from a script.
The very robotic, like, planned.
It did feel like she was delivering a commercial or something.
I'm sure a lot of this is fake, unfortunately.
Yeah, come on. Some of these baggages have to be fake.
Very curious to see what the rest of Tommy's baggage is.
Me too, because if this is the little one, oh.
Tommy, what about that?
I just like my girls fit, lean, and sexy, but I mean, by the looks of you, I guess you won't have that problem.
The reluctant cheering from the audience.
I know. Is that something we should be cheering for? Yes, go off.
Go off, King. Control your girlfriend's calorie intake.
When you look like I don't even know. Just looks like he's in the army, and that was the worst thing I could come up with.
Or like someone who isn't in the army, but like rides for them like he is.
So true. I can totally see that.
Like, so sorry about the ED behavior you're exhibiting, or at least like the disordered eating, but don't project that onto your partner.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Jason, please reveal your baggage.
Okay, Jason.
I cry when I watch.
Aww.
So we have two feminine, quote unquote, behaviors, and then one absolutely deranged, controlling, manipulative quality. One of these things is not like the other.
I don't want to know what he does when he watches Glee.
Not Glee.
I mean, I definitely want a man that has a sensitive side and is in touch with it. But The Bachelorette, that makes you cry. Is there a little desperation in there?
Does her back hurt from that reach?
Also, Jerry Springer's quips are so unfunny, and he's trying, but
He needs to quit those quips.
he needs to spring off of those quips.
Good one.
Thanks. I was about just as funny as he was.
But at least you aren't creeping on younger women.
This is true. I am not.
But I promise if you pick me, we could cry and cuddle together.
See?
Well, there it is. Up next, Anna has to decide which fella is finished. Find out who's going home right after this.
It's the fluorescent blue shirt for me that's won me over.
I do like the fluorescent blue shirt. I think she's gonna send home Michael, the hairstylist.
Me too.
And it's time for the deal breaker round, and that means revealing another bawdy secret. Now, we've placed their bags here randomly, and when Anna decides which baggage is too much for her to deal with, well, whoever claims that particular bag will be going home.
Oh, so this is a different piece of baggage that they haven't seen yet.
I think this is the
she has to-
medium-sized baggage, but it's anonymous.
Oh.
So she doesn't know whose is whose.
Interesting. This changes it up a little bit.
I'm terrified of being abducted by space invaders.
Okay.
Don't judge. You haven't lived till you've been probed. Bag number 2.
That doesn't... Besides the calorie one, none of these seem bad.
No, none of these are like actual baggage. Not to like gatekeep baggaging, but okay, so we have being abducted by space invaders. I can see that. I can get behind that. That's not the worst thing.
Yeah, these are just like quirky facts, like icebreaker questions.
Yeah, exactly. Besides the calorie one.
That you should keep to yourself or go to therapy to solve that.
I agree. I think he should probably get help for that. Okay.
I pick up women at nude beaches. How do you do that? What do you grab?
Whoa, Jerry, how do you pick up women? Do you just grab them?
He's just making it too sexual.
He is making it a little too sexual, but that flew on TV back then. Number 3.
I plan on adopting 10 children.
Thoughts?
I think that must belong to Ross, the Bachelorette guy. Or what's his name? I don't even know his real name. Ross from Friends.
Jason.
Jason. I think that belongs to him. Maybe start with 1.
Yeah, 10's a lot. 10's a bit much.
See, like that, they definitely like exaggerated that fact for the show.
Unless if he's going for some like cheaper by the dozen
Yeah,
kind
right?
of vibe for his future family.
He saw the movie and was like, this needs to be my life now.
We got 3 bags here, and I want to get your concerns on each of them. I plan on adopting 10 children.
That is a lot of work, and he better make a lot of money to support all those kids.
And is he the one that's going to be taken care of?
Right, because I'm not.
I pick up women at nude beaches.
I mean, picking up women at a nude beach, that just shows that he's only interested in one thing, or maybe 2, but one thing, and that's not what I'm looking for.
I'm terrified of being abducted by space invaders.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we are the only ones here. I don't know. But that sounds borderline paranoid, and I don't want to deal with that.
Now, Anna, now it's time to choose
So it
the
sounds like
baggage.
she doesn't like any of these.
I don't know, like, these don't seem like they're on the same level.
No. Which one do you think she's gonna pick out and kick off the show?
If I had to guess, my head says The 10 children, my heart says the Space Invaders. How about you?
It would be so dumb if she chose Space Invaders. But I think she's gonna choose 10 kids. So, okay, so one of us will win this round with our guess.
Which one of these is your deal breaker?
Well, my deal breaker is
This is the longest.
I pick up women at nude beaches.
Gentlemen,
Was that the one I chose? I can't
So
remember.
she chose
no,
the
I chose 10
nude beaches.
kids.
You're both
baggage.
wrong. Yeah, I think that's the right choice.
Yeah, she probably made the best choice for herself
Good work.
on that one. Good job, Anna.
Tommy! Oh. Tommy!
They're faking us out.
Dump the trash. What do you think of that?
Yeah, get him out of here.
do you just walk around with a
Get his problematic out of here. Yeah, he was probably the right choice to kick off for this round here out of these 3 hooligans.
Yeah, he seemed like the most toxic of them all.
Yeah, I would agree. If he's creeping around nude beaches and then also controlling what his girls eat, something is wrong.
Yeah, work on yourself before pursuing someone.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years, hopefully, fingers crossed, he's learned from his past mistakes.
Yeah, maybe he's settled down by now, has a nice, healthy relationship. Who knows? Mm-hmm. I like how, so Michael's the one that's terrified of being abducted by Space Invaders here.
I had a feeling he was going to be the one for that.
Oh, yeah, me
Luggage.
too.
I don't like how they're implying that counting your partner's calories isn't as bad as being terrified of aliens. The balance seems a bit off.
Oh, right. Yeah, because that was the little baggage. And this is what?
I know.
If that should be
Yeah.
the biggest baggage.
I don't like the system of hierarchy they're choosing.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know who sorted out these baggages. It doesn't feel right.
clipboard counting the calories as you're walking down the beach? What?
Hey, it's a good way to pick up women easy, and there's no tension there, so.
Well, I'm sorry, Tommy, but it is time to
Yikes.
pack up your bag and go.
Bye.
Damn,
Bye.
Anna, I could have wined and dined you every night, but looks like I'm hitting the nude beach.
Oh, got her.
That was scripted as that was so scripted.
It looks like I will not be whining and tonight, but I will be hitting the nude beach. Haha.
Oh boy. Well, he got his 9 minutes of fame.
And all he's shown of himself is that he is a controlling, narcissistic, manipulative creep.
Yeah, maybe not the best look to showcase on public television, but
This is my biggest baggage. I had a threesome in my parents' bed. I was young, dumb, and foolish, but I would have loved to hold you in my arms in any bed.
Welcome to Nazi brought to you by Intellius Date Check, where you can look up before
that's
you...
baggage?
He said he was young, dumb, and foolish. So now he's just dumb and foolish.
Yeah, now he's just dumb and foolish. I feel like this is still not worse than counting your girlfriend's calories.
Yeah, if you had to reorganize his red flags, how would you do it?
I think I would put the threesome first.
Really?
And then I would put nude beaches. And then I would put counting calories. Would you agree with my relisting?
I'd probably flip the first two.
Fair.
The threesome, that seems just like a weird story you tell at parties.
Yes.
And maybe not like a fun fact about yourself that you open with. But nothing is worse than the counting calories. That is easily the worst baggage of the entire episode.
Well, I guess we haven't found out the third baggage from the rest of the contestants, so
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't get worse.
Michael is terrified of being abducted by space invaders. Jason,
Oh,
your
good.
thoughts about that?
Anna, this guy's scared of aliens. Honestly, how is he gonna protect you?
With all those sightings out there and that scene in Fire in the Sky freaked me out. You know, I'm
What a
afraid of the
stupid
unknown.
thing to get
Afraid of those
mad at.
mysteries.
That's hilarious.
How is he going to protect you if he's scared of aliens?
But not with you. We can work things out step by step.
There you go. Okay, now, Jason plans on
Okay.
adopting 10 children. Michael, what are your thoughts about that?
Adopting 10 kids? Look at how you're dressing, man. Can you even afford 10 kids? What, do you want to overpopulate this planet? What if you get her pregnant? That's 11.
You know, guys, I honestly love kids. I worked with them. Brad and Angelina kind of inspired me. And just to let you know,
Okay, not to nitpick. Would he technically not be overpopulating because he's adopting children that already exist?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It also seems like they had to write down these roasts before they went up there, because that was also definitely, like, scripted.
Damn, bro. Did you see how you are dressed? You cannot even afford 10 kids. And also, what if you get her pregnant? Now you have 11.
Also, how does the way he dressed signify how much he makes? That it's a normal outfit. I'm confused.
Yeah, that is a normal fluorescent blue shirt.
It seems like a good quality shirt, actually.
And the blazer's nice.
It is a nice blazer.
Would have gone with different jeans, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah, me too, but yeah.
And even if he was, don't shame him for it. That's kind of fucked up.
Exactly.
make a lot of money. And if you pick me, we could take it one step at a time.
Okay, gentlemen, it's time to put your best foot forward. Now I'm going to ask each of you some questions that will help Anna to get to know you a little better. So let's start with Michael. Michael, please step into the hot spot. Give me the first answer that comes to your mind. In which type of suit are you most comfortable? A bathing suit, a three-piece suit, or your birthday suit?
Birthday suit.
What's one thing you've never told your parents?
I urinated in my little sister's spray sour candy.
Anna's a travel writer. What's something...
Oh, hold on. What? We're just gonna move on to the next question? In her sour...
Like, you know those sour sprays?
Yeah.
So his sister drank his pee.
Well, I guess he didn't say if she drank it, but he did piss in it, implying that she may have consumed it. Like, he would have had to intentionally pee a little bit and then hold it and then go to the toilet.
Like a urine sample you give at the doctor's or something?
Yeah, and then you have to clench and close it before.
That took a left turn.
That was wild. This is not what I was expecting from Michael.
He's afraid of aliens, but he's not afraid of being a biohazard to his little sister.
Was he like 5 when he did this? And because he didn't say. Like, he could have been like 16.
Was this last year, Michael?
Yeah.
As in the last year from the show?
2009. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Well, yeah, her face says it all here.
Right?
Like, oh my.
Oh me, oh my.
What's the most romantic thing you've done for a woman?
I did have a private plane right to my ex-girlfriend that I loved her in the sky.
Anna keeps in shape by belly dancing. Show her what body parts you can move best.
So he polluted the planet? That's his idea of a romantic gesture for his girlfriend?
Yeah, of course. It's so romantic when you release a ton of carbon emissions into the atmosphere.
All right, Taylor Swift.
Oh, no. I guess he was trying to replicate, like, the movies where they write the smoke in the sky or whatever, planes. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't even work in real life.
You know, like those like planes you see on the beach with like the banners?
Yeah.
That would make more sense to do.
Yes, it would. That's true.
Very good. All right. Very good. Anna, what do you think of his answers?
Wow, well, first, I love the dancing. I mean, that was, you know how to move your hips and shake it. Very good.
Do you?
You seem very confident
Don't
in
lie.
your body and who you are. That's a good thing. And romantic, too.
Yeah, so don't judge him for wearing women's jeans, Anna.
Maybe judge him for peeing in his sister's candy, but the jeans, that's the least of his problems.
If your bedroom was a circus, which performer would you be?
Don't
The
disappoint us,
magician,
Jason.
the clown, or the freak?
Definitely the magician, because I know how to make the magic happen.
Oh.
What's your most unusual collection?
Beanie Babies?
Anna is a world traveler. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done abroad?
Last summer, I actually went to Spain for running the bulls, and I went streaking.
What do you do on a first date to guarantee a second date?
I usually try to connect with the girl on a spiritual level, not just a physical level, so that's how I kind of ensure that second date.
Anna speaks many languages. Give her your best pickup line in a foreign language.
Comment ça va, Anna? Je t'aime.
Whoa. How are you? I love you. Well, thank you very much. There you go.
That was pretty wholesome. I'm trying to hold... I feel like...
He seems so wholesome.
I'm getting my hopes up because I feel like his last piece of baggage is gonna be bad. Something's telling me the reason he got on this show has to be something bad.
We've been caught off guard so much in these past 12 minutes. It's like, what else does the rest of this episode hold for us?
Something is about to go awry. I can smell it.
Jason, I mean, c'est très suave. I like that. Very, very, very open, very genuine. I can tell that. But Beanie Babies?
You're gonna call
really?
that out?
Okay.
You're gonna call that out?
And also, Beanie Babies, some of them are worth a lot of money.
They are.
So you're dissing an entrepreneur.
Yeah, he's actually a businessman. Wow, she doesn't know what she's missing.
Welcome back to Baggage. I'm here with the lovely Anna, a travel writer hoping to pen a new chapter on love. Now, two single guys are about to open up their biggest secrets hiding in their bags, and, well, Anna has to make a final decision. Will she choose Michael, who wears lady pants from Venus and is scared of little green men from Mars? Or Jason, the crybaby who wants to adopt 10 more? Gentlemen, it is time
I'm
to
so
unpack
ready.
your big...
Who do you think's gonna have the worst baggage?
Oh my gosh. By the way that it's going, I think Michael's gonna have worse baggage.
I would agree, but I think Anna's gonna have more of a problem with Jason's baggage.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Michael.
Okay.
Appeared on a...
That's not bad.
That is not the worst thing I was expecting at all. That's like, all right, he appeared, what, like once? Like, okay, fine.
They're probably considering it the worst baggage back then, just
Yeah.
because I feel like now OnlyFans is so normalized.
So true. Back then it was
But
like,
like back
cool.
then, that's like taboo.
Yeah, interesting. So I'm excited to see Jason's.
Yeah.
That is not very cool with me. Glad you're good in that area, but that's not my thing.
Well, listen, it was a couple hours work. I was strapped for cash at the time. I don't do it any longer, and now I could take on bigger and better things, such as yourself.
Ooh. See, Michael was just ahead of his time.
Yeah.
He was wearing ungendered clothing and making money from sex work. He was a 2022 man.
Besides the piss thing, I don't think he's a bad dude.
For all we know, which he didn't specify, that could have happened when he was like 3.
As long as he was under 10,
Yeah.
gross but forgivable. Jason has me nervous.
Give it to us.
Jason, please reveal your baggage. I locked an X in the trunk of my car.
Oh. Oh.
You were right.
I was right. It was something horrible.
There's no good explanation for that.
No. Not unless it was a consensual act. Why would he do that?
Like, he collects Beanie Babies, he cries at a TV show, and he also just happens to lock his ex in the trunk of a car. It's gonna be hard to explain away this one, let's be real.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Jason, I mean, you have presented yourself to be a very caring man. That is not very nice to do.
Is she still in it?
This was back in college, and my girlfriend was very drunk at the time and acting out. It was a little violent and not safe to have her sitting in the car when we were driving home, but I can promise you that if you choose me, you'll ride safely shotgun all the time.
So, just put her in the back seat.
Why did he have to put her in the trunk? Because she wasn't... What? Because
she was drunk?
I can understand maybe not putting her in shotgun if she's the type to like, oh, let me grab your steering wheel and distract you while you're driving. But just put her in the back. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Was this like a hatchback? Or did he put her in, like, the trunk? Like, where it's dark and scary?
I'm leaning towards the latter, unfortunately. Was he also drunk?
Oh my god, let's hope not.
Because that sounds like intoxicated behavior. Not that it's right, but like...
Right.
I can't imagine a sober-minded person thinking that
let's put her in the
it's a good
trunk.
idea.
And then he's like, I promise I won't do that to you, though.
Like, thanks, I guess.
Right. Like, I don't know if I trust you.
Michael, tell Anna why she should choose you and not Jason.
Anna, I'm a great guy, very nice, chivalrous, not cheap. and I can take care of you.
I won't piss in your candy.
Yeah, hopefully he won't piss in her candy.
Listen, I'm successful, I'm sensitive, and I'm confident. And look at this guy, he's wearing my sister's jeans.
Okay. Well, it's time to choose. Will it be Michael, who wears women's jeans, is terrified of being abducted by space invaders, and appeared on an adult website? Or will it be Jason, who cries when he watches The Bachelorette, plans on adopting 10 children, and locked an ex in the trunk of his car?
If you were Anna, who would you pick?
As gross as what he did was, I'd probably choose Michael, because I'm sure there would be a time where if I dated Jason, we would be drinking alcohol around each other and I wouldn't trust him in that moment. How about you?
Me as well. I think I would also choose Michael. Seems like a guy with a personality, besides the pee-pee thing.
I will say that those jeans look good on you. They do. And I just think that you're a little bit judgmental and a little bit mean. I don't
Mean?
And now Jason.
Well, Jason, you seem very genuine. You have a good heart. It seems like that, and that's very nice. You seem a little sensitive, though. Some things like the Beanie Babies and the Bachelorette. Something I'm wanting more of a man, but we'll see.
Well, you could lock the Beanie Babies in the trunk of the car.
So she didn't have a problem with how he treated his ex?
Yeah, what? She's addressing the wrong points here.
Let's address the real issues, not that he collects stuffed animals.
One of these is not like the other, and you can consistently choosing the other.
It is time to send one of these guys packing.
Come on.
I'm going to have to say Michael's got too much baggage.
No.
Sorry,
My man.
Michael, but it is time to pack up and go.
I had a hot date off Craigslist anyway.
Craigslist?
Not Craigslist.
Not Craigslist. Of course she was gonna make that choice because girls only want one thing.
A man who wears man jeans.
She's definitely not dating either of these hooligans now, but...
I'd be surprised if they went on more than one date after filming.
Oh, me too. I really doubt it. We get to find out her baggage.
Yeah, I forgot that they do the reveal. What do you think her baggage is?
They keep putting up like 3 options. I keep forgetting what they were though.
It was hoarders, the 40-question pop quiz for her dates, and I forgot the third one.
I feel like one of them was really bad.
The third one was that she was a drug mule.
Oh, right. I think it's that one.
Which get your bag, but like... legally.
Right. Because she seems to be okay with the blatant bad thing that he did to his ex. I didn't want to say the A word.
The domestic dispute, if you will.
Jason, of these 3 possibilities, what would be the toughest one for you to have to accept?
I'd say the toughest one, Jerry, is obviously the drug mule.
Obviously.
You know, I care a lot about my career, and I can't be associated with someone doing illegal activity.
There you go.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
I guess that's fair, as a normal human being would probably say.
Clearly, he doesn't care enough about his career if he's going to go on national television and admit that he had that domestic dispute.
I agree. That is true. He's letting some things slide here and not others. It's a little inconsistent character writing. Come on. Oh, here's that one.
Men take a 40-question boyfriend test on the first date.
That's just a girl boss move.
She's just making sure she's not getting scammed for her time.
I love that for her.
I agree. 40 questions maybe can be a little excessive, but you know, if you're asking the important questions, like, I don't know, what are some important questions?
Kids, marriage, career.
Are you normal?
Family.
Have you committed any crimes?
Do you control your girlfriend's eating habits?
Are you okay?
Have you ever stuffed someone in the trunk of your car? And also, what's your favorite color?
You know, I have traveled the world and I have had some good experiences and some bad experiences. Yeah. And so now I know exactly what I want. And I want to know if that man will answer those questions and how he will answer them. That's important to me. So you know, if you're okay with that and you want to have a little fun with these questions, then I would be happy to ask them to you.
And he does have time to study. There you go. just give us an example. Give him one of the questions, your favorite question on the exam, and see how he does. Go ahead.
Okay, if you were a king of a country, what country would it be and why?
I'd probably be king of Kenya because I happen to be a humanitarian and I'd like to help the underprivileged people there.
Okay.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. White savior complex.
I didn't know where you were going with that, but I kind of knew at the same time.
What are your thoughts?
Why didn't he just say, like, Canada?
That's what would have been my answer, Canada. Am I wrong? Like, is that kind of white savior complexy?
Oh, I think it absolutely is. I feel like there's not a lot of ways to look at the way that he said that. I can see where he's coming from.
I could see it, but he should have worded it a lot differently.
Like, I can get you want to go to a place and then make it better for the people that live there. I don't know. That's a tricky sentence to navigate without coming off like the way that he did.
You know what, Anna? You're beautiful, you're a great dancer, and you know what? I could accept your baggage.
Whoa! Jason and Anna will enjoy a sunset horseback ride.
Woo! Go Jason and Anna.
Good for them, I guess.
I guess airing out all your baggage up front does something to the relationship.
Something.
I don't know what, but it does something.
It certainly does, doesn't it?
This show is wild, wacky, and aged poorly.
I agree.
This would be a Jubilee episode nowadays.
Probably a lot more PC in 2022, but this would be like a concept, I would agree. Are you satisfied with the way it ended?
No. If she walked out with any of those guys, it would still be an upsetting ending, especially if it was Jerry Springer.
He'd love that. He'd be all in for it.
Oh yeah, he definitely would. He would write it into the show if he could.
Well, Gabby, thank you so much for experiencing whatever that was with me. Do you want to let the sinners at home know where they can find you?
You can also become a gatekeeper, so you can like collect Pokemon cards, but that if you come over to my channel, Gabby Belle, and subscribe. But also subscribe to Anna. I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed to Annamarie Forcino.
You heard the lady. Subscribe. You better subscribe to Gabby Belle. She just hit 100K. She's taking over the commentary community, and we love to see it.
We do. We love to see it. I love to also see me take over.
If you would like, make sure to go check out our collab on Gabby's channel. I will make sure to leave all of her links in the description. And if you'd like to see a part 2, let us know. Or in general, if you have any particular topics you want me to talk about going forward, I have a Google form linked in the description where you could submit your video ideas. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a tiny thumbs up. Subscribe down below. To the sinners, to the gatekeepers, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.